He was a soldier on the run, but because he was wearing an officer's uniform, he was mistaken for a German officer. In just a few days, he had gone from being a deserter to an officer. Looking at the officer's uniform, he made up his mind. Knowing the place was dangerous, he quickly decided to leave. They arrived at a farm where a few people were enjoying themselves. As soon as he entered, they picked up their guns, but the man shouted at them, and seeing his uniform, they all lowered their weapons. Another soldier sensed something was off. He noticed that the man's pants didn't fit properly, but instead of exposing him, he chose to join them, knowing it would save his life. The man also realized that having such a subordinate would make him seem more like an officer. With this, the man's team was officially formed. They picked up 2 artillerymen on the roadside, and the team was gradually taking shape. He tasted the power and gradually began to see himself as a real captain. When the car ran out of fuel, he treated the soldiers like drivers, but this soldier had had enough of his abuse. Just as he was about to expose him, the enforcement team arrived. They checked the documents of every soldier. The man, without an officer's certificate, was very nervous. He claimed to be on a secret mission and threatened to report the incident afterward. Upon hearing the word Führer, they immediately backed down. They soon reached the camp, but the man didn't get out of the car, fearing he would be seen by someone who might recognize him. Despite his uniform, he was still very scared. Fortunately, he wasn't recognized. They introduced him to the prison situation and entertained him. They also introduced him to the guard captain. Since there were no extra rooms to hold deserters and no one had been sent to judge them, the guard captain had long wanted to execute the deserters. However, the prison warden insisted on waiting for a higher authority to make the judgment. The man saw this as an opportunity and said he would handle it. He then went to the prison and looked at the deserters with a sharp gaze. The soldiers beat them up and threatened to take their belongings. The man couldn't bear to watch but pretended not to see until 5 deserters were killed. When the warden found out, he was furious and had someone verify the man's identity. At this point, the man was no longer timid. To ingratiate himself with the man, he contacted a leader. Upon hearing that he was a special envoy of the Führer, the leader immediately granted him the highest authority in the prison. This effectively confirmed the man's status as a special envoy. With no more concerns, the guard began the massacre.